Hello and welcome back to Redirecting. We have another story of racial tension where a black Marriott executive was compared to buckwheat and told to dance for his colleagues. Now, as these stories come in, many of you cringe, but many of us are just, well, used to these stories. But I'm glad to see that this man is taking it a step further. He's not just sitting down and laughing it off or grinning behind the scenes with this awkward grin, but he's taking it a step further. He says, look, we are going to court. Okay, since you want to play these games, we're going to court. Now, a former sales executive from Marriott Vacations Worldwide alleges in a lawsuit that he was asked to dance during meetings as entertainment for other employees, and that a photo of the character Buckwheat was used to represent him during a team building exercise. Daryl Robinson is suing for unlawful race discrimination, unlawful race harassment, failure to prevent race discrimination, and harassment and retaliation for opposing forbidden practices. Robinson began working in February of 2017 as a sales executive with Marriott selling timeshares to vacation properties. He says he was the only African American employee in the office. In the lawsuit filed in Los Angeles Superior Court on Thursday, Robinson alleges that he was asked on multiple occasions to dance by a director of sales during sales meetings, usually to music by Michael Jackson. On another occasion, the director of sales complimented most of the staff by saying, "We have good-looking crew," or related comments, according to the suit. The director of sales then looked at Robinson and allegedly said, "Daryl looks ready to break dance." So Robinson said his coworkers laughed at the remark, and he was completely humiliated, dejected, and felt completely defeated. John Dalton, Robinson's attorney, told NBC News on Wednesday that Robinson was singled out and embarrassed while at his offices in Palm Desert, California. Admittedly, one time he did get up and dance, Dalton said. There were a number of times he was asked and he was like, no thanks. And when he did get up, he was the new guy. He didn't want to make waves. Dalton said he spent several months investigating Robinson's claims and was unable to corroborate most of them by speaking to his former colleagues. Okay. Of course you're not going to corroborate. They're not going to corroborate it because they were part of it. You think they're going to tell the truth about this? Anyway, back to the article, and it's not a whole lot more to read here. At another meeting, when Robinson did not submit a baby photo of himself to use for a team building exercise centered around how well employees knew one another, a colleague displayed a photo of Little Rascals' character Buckwheat and asked the team, "Who do you guys think this is?" Robinson says he had already informed his colleague he was collecting the photos, that he did not have one to submit, and that as the only African American in the office, his photo would be easy to identify. Robinson alleges that he was told by this colleague that if he did not provide a photo, she would use an image of buckwheat. He claims that he told her that the character was stereotypically racist, degrading to African Americans, and would be inappropriate and offensive to him if she used it, but she did it anyway. Of course she was going to do it. That's in their nature. They're very childish. These are some of the things we need to realize. They're very childish and have very inhumane characteristics at times. Okay, back to the article. He walked out of the meeting in tears after the photo was shown, and his two supervisors apologized, his lawyer said. Break away from the article real quick. You walked out in tears, man? You allowed this white woman to bring you to tears? Robinson also claimed that he was not given a cubicle like the other sales representatives and instead worked out of a cramped storage closet that had no air conditioning. The workspace was half that of his colleagues, the suit states. He claims his co-workers even wondered aloud if he was put there because of his race, according to the suit. Robinson's doctor put him on a medical leave because of his anxiety, his attorney said. Robinson resigned from the company on January 1st of 2018. Marriott Vacations Worldwide spokesman Ed Kenny told NBC News on Wednesday, "We are aware of the allegations of this suit, but as a policy, do not comment on legal issues and matters." Robinson is seeking unspecified compensatory and punitive damages, according to the lawsuit. So, as you see, they are staying on white code, and that is to degrade, disrupt, belittle, mistreat, persecute, all of those things, all wrapped in one. Okay, discriminate, taunt, whatever. And they don't care about consequences. They don't care about lawsuits. They don't care about any of that because it's more important to them to maintain white supremacy. But a lesson in all of this, and reading this article, do not cry. Do not allow them to bring you to tears. It's one thing if they are inflicting physical harm or pain. That's different, okay? But in a case such as this, you have to keep it together. Yes, it may affect you, but we've got to get to the point where our minds are not affected by these things. That is not allowing anxiety. And I know it's easier said than done. But in a case like that, I think it's better to just walk away, file your lawsuit, but don't let these people see you cry. They are not worth it. The tears was a bit too much for me, brother. I'm sorry. I can almost expect that from a woman, but not so much. I'm thinking that whether you're a man or a woman, we should not allow these people to bring us to tears over this mistreatment. It shows that they have a mental deficiency. Okay? They are the ones with the mental deficiency. They have the mental issues and they have the mental issues and mental problems, not you. So you should not be crying. They are just staying true to who they are. Okay, this is what they do. This is what they like. This is what makes them feel good. And our strength should be made perfect in weakness. Okay, if you saw it tugging on your heartstrings instead of allowing the tears to flow, you should have stood your ground and told them about who they are and just kindly asked them, what are you in the third grade or something? Does this make you feel like a big woman or a big man to belittle another human being? Start asking them questions when they act this ignorant. Ask them, does this make you feel better as a human being? Does this make you superior? Is this what you all consider superior activity? Don't cry. That is a huge disappointment to hear that you cried about this. Okay, that's just my 2 cents on this, family. I am out of here. Shalom. Be sure to ring the bell to be notified of new uploads on this channel, and also comment, share, like, and subscribe.